Seema. Okay, look at the picture here, ma. So we have seen the two sentences here. So in the first sentence, the NF is describing the verb here. So we call it as an adverb. But in the second sentence, the NF, which is underlined, is the determinator of noun. So we call it as an adjective. So now you have an exercise in your textbook. Before that, before completing that exercise, let us see what are the parts of speech. Okay. Can you see the picture, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Parts of speech. So here, anyone can tell what are the 7 parts of speech, ma?
Noun,
Pronoun, verb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection.
Very good. Okay, ma. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction.
Interjection.
Okay. So first, let us see what is a noun. Parts of the speech. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, an animal, or idea. Stop talking. For example, dog, cat, elephant, garden, school, work, music, town, manila, teacher, farmer. So already you know what is a noun. Noun is nothing but it is the name of a person, place, and thing or animal or idea also. So here they have given you some examples. You can see that. So even if they give elephant, garden, school, or any animal name, so any month name, any workplace, any musical instruments, so all this comes under noun itself. So in any words, you could say a noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea. So let us move on to the next one. Pronoun. A pronoun is used in place of noun. In a sentence, a pronoun may take place of the name of a person, place, or thing. So examples: he, I, it's, me, my, she, you. So pronoun is nothing but, so in noun you are using names. So instead of names, if you want to use another word, that word is called as an pronoun. A pronoun is used in the place of noun in a sentence. So if you take a sentence, in that sentence a name will be given, any name. So whether it may a person name, whether it may be a thing name or an animal name or any name. So if you want to replace that word, you replace it with a pronoun. For example, if it is a person, you replace it with he, she, or you, me, my, like that. So if it is a thing, you will replace it as it. Okay, ma? Understood?
Understand.
Yes, ma'am.
So noun and pronoun. Look at the next one. A verb can tell, verb. Next is verb. A verb can tell what action someone or something is doing. So I have already told you, ma, verb is nothing but an action. So whatever someone or something, whoever is doing some work, that work comes under verb. A verb can also express a state of being. So state of being. So what that person is doing. So that also we can tell it under verb itself. For example, run, sit, stand, go, have, get, promise, invite, laughed, listen, sing, playing, singing, walk. So all these are verbs. These verbs show actions. Okay, whatever we are doing, all that work comes under verb. So in a sentence, if a noun is there, compulsory, there will be a subject also. Sorry, there will be a verb also, because noun is nothing but a subject. Here subject verb plus verb contains completes a sentence. So look at the next one here. So we have finished verb, no? Now next, let us see adjective. An adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. So if you want to describe a noun or a pronoun, that we call it as an adjective. So we have seen an example. Mrs. Slater does not have enough money. So money here is a noun. So it is describe enough word is describing the noun here, money. So we call it as an adjective. So whichever word is describing a noun or a pronoun, we call it as an adjective. And one more tip is you have to remember always adjective comes before the noun, not after the noun. Okay, ma? Because it is describing the noun, always it comes before the noun. An adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. For example, angry, brave, beautiful, healthy, little, old, generous, red, smart, too, small, tall, some, good, big, useful, and interesting. These are some of the examples for adjective. So if you want to describe a noun, so how is that person? What is that person? How does he look? So these are the qualities, okay? So if you want to describe a noun or a pronoun, we use an adjective here. So next look at the adverb. An adverb describes a verb, another adjective, or another adverb. So here adverb always, so in most of the cases, it describes only verb. So we have already known what is a verb. It is an action. So how that action happened, fastly, slowly, so whatever it is. So that we call it as an verb, adverb. An adjective. So sometimes it may describe an adjective also. You know what is an adjective, right? So whatever describes a noun or a pronoun, we call it as an adjective. So here, if it is describing an adjective, then we call it as an adverb. Next, or another adverb. So sometimes adverb describes another word, adverb. Okay, ma? First you learn what is an adverb. An adverb describes a verb. Okay. So verb ni describe chesede adverb. So sometimes ఏమవుతుందంటే that verb sometimes describes an adjective or an adverb. For example, badly, fully, carefully, hardly, hungrily, never, quickly, silently, quickly, well, very, really, almost. So these are some of the examples. And you have to remember one more thing. So always adverb comes after the verb, not before the verb. It will not come before the verb. So adjective comes before the noun, but adverb always comes after the verb. So that is the difference you need to remember. Next one is preposition. A preposition is a word which shows relationship among other words in the sentences. The relationship may include directions, place, time, cause, manner, and amount. So a preposition is a word which shows relationship among other words in a sentence. So it is used to connect verb and sentences. For example, to direction, by manner, it is a manner, at time or place, under, it is also under place. So preposition, it shows some relationship between words in a sentence. So if there are two words, how those two words are connected? Okay, for example, you take the book is on the table. So here you can say anyone can answer what is the preposition in that sentence. The book is on the table. What is the preposition here in this sentence?
On table. On
Table. Yes. Here, very good. Listen. So here you are showing the relationship between book and the table, right? Book and the table. What is the relationship between the book and the table? On the table. The book is on the table. So that is the relationship you are showing between the noun and both the nouns here. Book is also a noun. Table is also noun. Two words or two sentences. If you want to show a relationship between two words or two sentences, then you call it as an preposition. So here to, direction, by, manner, at comes under time and place, time or place, under comes under place. So that is preposition. So next one is conjunction. But this is just a brief description, because you have to learn what is an adverb and adjective. So I'm telling all the parts of speech for you. So conjunction. A conjunction joins together single words or groups of words. So in a sentence. So conjunction is nothing but, so if you want to join two words, for example, milk and bread. So here milk is a noun, bread is a noun. If you want to join both the words, you are using a conjunction here. What is the conjunction here? And.
And
Milk and bread. So like that. So conjunction joins together single words. So if you want to join single words, so that also you can use it as conjunction or a group of words. So group of words. So if you want to join group of words also, if you want to combine group of words also, you can use the conjunction or in a sentence. So a conjunction joins together single words or group of words in a sentence. If you want to join two words, you use a conjunction. If you want to join two sentences also, use a conjunction. Here sometimes they will give you, so Ravi is tall, Raju is tall. Ravi and Raju both are tall. So here you're combining both the sentences and using the conjunction and here. For example, and, or, so, after, since, before, either, neither, because, unless, but. So these are some of the examples for conjunctions. So look at the next one here. Interjection. An interjection expresses strong feeling or emotion. An interjection can be a single word or a phrase. So here, if you are expressing an emotion or a feeling, happy feeling, sad feeling, angry feeling, excitement, anxiety. So all these feelings comes under interjections. For example, oh, a, oh, egg, hooray. All these comes under interjections. So interjection is nothing but an expressing a strong feeling or emotion. If you are if you are describing an emotion, that will be called as an interjection. If you want to remember what is an interjection, look at the symbol there. For all the words, there is a symbol, exclamatory mark. So if you see that symbol indicates that you are describing a feeling or an emotion. Now look at the exercises which they are given in textbook. Now decide whether enough is in the following sentences is used as an adjective or an adverb. So we already know adjective will be used before the noun and adverb will be used after the noun. So the house is not big enough for me. So look at the sentence there. So in that sentence, enough. So what is the word before and after the enough here? Big, right? Big is the word before the enough. So if you want to, so how big is the house, ma? Okay, first let me tell what is the what parts of speech is big here? Adjective. No. No. Adverb. Because big is then this house is not big. Big is an verb here. So you are describing the verb here. So we call it as an adverb. Right? Understood, ma? This house is not big. Okay, not big. So here you are describing the noun house. How the house is there. That is big. So if you are describing, so that means big is a verb here. So you are describing what is a verb here. Big enough. So that we call it as an adverb. So look at the next one. We didn't leave early. So here early is nothing but no. Yes, yes. We didn't leave early. Early is an adjective here. Early is an adjective here. So, yes, adjective. Very good. We didn't leave early. So, early enough. So, here you're describing an adjective. So, an adverb always describes a verb, adjective or adverb. Already we know that, right? So, here the enough word is describing an adjective. So, yes, we call it as an adverb. Here, in second sentence also, the enough is an adverb. But it is describing an adjective. Look at the third one. I was not trained enough for the game. Here, trained means, what is the word trained here?
Verb.
Very good. I was trained. So here it is describing the, yes, that's an trained verb ni describe చేస్తుంది. So we call it as an adverb. In the third sentence also, enough is describing the verb, so we call it as an adverb. No. If you are describing a verb, that we call it as an adverb. Only if you are describing the noun, we call it as an adjective. Those two are the two sentences. That's all you have in your syllabus. Okay, ma? This house is not big enough for me. So big enough. So that is, you are describing the verb there. So, so we call it as an adverb. So we didn't leave early. Early here is nothing but adjective. So if you're describing an adjective, then also we call it as an adverb. Third one is, I was not trained enough for the game. So trained here is a verb. So here you are describing the verb there. So we call it as an adverb. Is there enough room for me? What is the room here?
Noun.
Noun. Very good. So I have already told you that.
Adjective.
Yes, very good. Adjective. Is there enough room for me? If it is describing the noun, we call it as an adjective. So it is adjective. I do not have enough clothes. What is clothes here?
Noun.
Noun. Very good. So here, how many clothes? Enough clothes. That means it is describing the noun there. So we call it as an adjective. The first three sentences are adverb and the last two sentences are adjective. So look at the sentences in the boxes, ma. An adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. So adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. An adverb describes a verb, adjective, and another adverb. So that is the cases we have seen in the three sentences. Okay, adverb describes a verb. First thing is verb, second is adjective, and third is adverb. Enough is used after adjectives. Yes, enough is used after adjectives, adverbs, or verbs as an adverb. Subham madam, line lo unnara? Okay, stop talking, ma. Don't make noise. Enough is used before nouns as an adjective or a determiner. So we have already seen all these, ma. So that is the differences between the verb and the adjective. So look at some words here. They have given in textbook also. So word here is fast. Fast is a verb, right? Yes, fast is a verb. So if you want to add enough, you will write fast enough or not fast enough. Is it right or wrong, ma? Yes. Strong enough, not strong enough. Time.
Not
Enough
strong
time.
enough.
Yes, enough time, not enough time. Okay. Next, sweet. Sweet enough, not sweet enough. Money.
Enough money.
Enough money,
Enough
not
money.
enough money. Old. Old
Enough.
enough,
Not
not
old
old
enough.
enough.
Warm enough.
Next, warm enough, not warm
Not
enough.
enough beds.
Enough beds,
Not enough
not
beds.
enough beds. Hard
Hard
enough, not hard enough.
enough.
Enough water, not
Not
enough water.
enough.
Now let us complete the following sentences using enough, not enough, and one of the words given in the list below. So we have already seen what are the answers there. So now they have given you the fill in the blanks. What you have to do, you have to fill it with enough or not enough by completing the words which are given in the brackets. So Harish wants to be a great wrestler, but he is, what is the word we can add here?
Great.
No, wrestling comes under strong. Very
Strong.
good. So what we have to add? Harish wants to be a great wrestler, but he is not strong. Not strong
Not
enough.
strong enough.
Not strong enough. Very good. Not strong enough. Write your answers, ma, in your textbook, and then you have to copy them on your classwork. Okay. So I want to sit and watch TV, but I don't have
Enough time.
enough time. Very good. Very good. I want to sit and watch TV, but I don't have enough time. Next, third one. He tried to win the race, but he came third as he was not
Fast enough.
fast enough. Very
Fast
good.
enough,
Very
madam.
good. He tried to win the race, but he came third as he was not fast enough. This bath is freezing. The water is
Not what?
Not warm enough. Not warm enough.
warm, not warm enough. Very
Not
good.
warm.
The water is not warm enough. Very good. Next, fifth one. We had to sleep on the floor as they were
Beds. Not beds enough.
Not enough
enough
beds.
beds.
Not enough beds.
This
Not enough.
had to sleep on the floor as they were not enough beds.
Beds.
Enough beds.
Next, complete it, ma. There is dash to make a cup of tea. What is wrong with the pipes?
Not
There is no water. Not enough
water.
Not enough water.
Not enough water.
A cup of tea. What is wrong with the pipes? Very good. Next, seventh one. If Sujata does not have dash, I can lend her.
Enough money.
Enough money. Very good. Sujata does not have enough money. I can lend her. Vasavi is not dash to become a member of this club.
Old enough.
Old enough. Old enough.
Old enough.
To become a member of this club, she must be at least 18 years of age to join. Okay. Next, is this coffee dash for you?
Sweet.
Sweet enough.
Sweet enough.
Enough.
This coffee sweet enough for you? You like some more sugar? Do you think he has studied dash to pass the entrance exam?
Hard enough.
Not hard enough.
Very good. Do you think he studied hard enough?
Hard enough.
Very good. Very good.
Hard enough.
To pass the exam. So with this we have completed. With this we have completed the grammar, adverb, and how to use adverb and adjective. Now you have to copy these in your classwork. Okay. Do you have any doubts, ma?
No, ma'am.
No doubts, ma'am.
No doubts, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, madam. No doubts.
we will do the revision once more, ma. Parts of speech. So the class is going to get disconnected. In our next class, we will see articles, ma. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So parts of speech. A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea. So next is pronoun. Pronoun is used in place. Yes, ma. Pronoun is used in place of noun in a sentence. So if you are using a word instead of noun, that we call it as an pronoun. Verb. A verb can tell what action someone or something is doing. A verb can also express a state of being. Next, adjective. An adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. So if they are asking, if they are underlining one word, and if they are asking what is that word's parts of speech, what you have to do? You have to see the before word, and after word. So if you see the word, whether it is a noun or a pronoun, you can easily say that it is an adjective. If you see the word which is describing noun, then you can say it is an adverb. Right, ma?
మ్యామ్
Yes, ma.
మ్యామ్ ఇక్కడ బిగ్ అనేది అడ్జెక్టివ్ లో చూపించారు మేడం మీరు, కానీ మీరు ఇక్కడ మాకు నాట్ వచ్చినందుకు నౌన్ అని చెప్పారా? ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లో మేడం.
In adjective, ma'am.
Adverb adverb
Adverb is not adverb.
adverb
describes-
madam.
Yes, ma. Adverb, no. Big is an adjective, but here you are describing the house here. How big the house is. Okay. You are describing the noun. Okay, ma. మా adverb అనేది మనం ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పుకున్నాం. verb ని కానీ adjective ని కానీ noun ని కానీ మూడింటిని కూడా డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? హియర్ ద హౌస్ ఇస్ నౌన్. హౌస్ ని డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి అది అడ్జెక్టివ్ అవుతుంది. అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తూ ఎనఫ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి అది అడ్వర్బ్ అవుతుంది. అండర్స్టూడ్ మా? ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్సెస్ లో మీకు డౌట్ వచ్చింది కదా, దిస్ హౌస్ ఇస్ నాట్ బిగ్ ఎనఫ్ ఫర్ మీ. హియర్ ద హౌస్ ఇస్ నౌన్. అండర్స్టూడ్ మా? డౌట్ అర్థమైందా మీకు? హౌస్ అనేది నౌన్ మా, నౌన్ ని డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి బిగ్ ఏమవుతుంది? అడ్జెక్టివ్ అవుతుంది. అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని ఎనఫ్ అని అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని చెప్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఆ ఎనఫ్ అనేది ఏమవుతుంది అంటే అడ్వర్బ్ అవుతుంది.
Adverb అవుతుంది.
అర్థమైందమ్మా? అడ్వర్బ్ అనేది అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని కానీ నౌన్ ని కానీ వర్బ్ ని కానీ మూడింటిని కూడా డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది. అండర్స్టూడ్ మా? డౌట్ క్లియర్ అయిందా?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next, see what is an adverb here. An adverb describes a verb, an adjective, or another word. Another adverb. Okay, Nama? ఎప్పుడు అడ్వర్బ్ కూడా ఇక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఎప్పుడు మీకు ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది అంటే, మనకి ఇచ్చిండేది అడ్జెక్టివ్ కదా, మరి మన అడ్జెక్టివ్ కదా పెట్టాలి అని అనుకుంటాం. కానీ అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని ఏం డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తా ఉంది? ఎనఫ్ అనే వర్డ్ అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఎనీ వర్డ్ విచ్ ఇస్ డిస్క్రైబింగ్ అన్ అడ్జెక్టివ్ వి కాల్ ఇట్ as an adverb కదా. ఓకే, అడ్జెక్టివ్ ని కానీ వర్బ్ ని కానీ ఇంకొక అడ్వర్బ్ ని కానీ డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తే దాన్ని మనం అడ్వర్బ్ అని పిలుస్తాం. సో మీరు చూడాల్సింది సెంటెన్స్ లో ఆ వర్డ్, మీకు ఇచ్చిన వర్డ్ దేన్ని డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తుంది అని చూసారంటే అది అడ్జెక్టివ్ అడ్వర్బ్ మీకు తెలిసిపోతుంది. సో సెకండ్ దాంట్లో చూడండి, we didn't leave early. Okay, early here is